The session is now called to order. Everyone is requested to rise for the singing of the national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, pero ang silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiliw, sa manlulubi, di ka pasisigil, sa lalat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit o baka, may nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagsisigil, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng warangit pagkita, buhay langit sa bigong. Aming ligaya na patay mamapin, ang namatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Congressman Tupay T. Duong, 1st District, Sulu, will lead us in prayer.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all the praises and thanks be to Allah, the Lord of mankind and all that exists, the most gracious, the most merciful, the only owner of the day of resurrection to the right way, the way of those on whom you have given your grace, not those who earn your anger, or those who went astray. Amen. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.
Thank you, Congressman Duong. Yeah, Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the second member to avail of the privilege hour is the Honorable Leopoldo Batawil of the 2nd District of Pangasinan.
The Honorable Leopoldo Batawil of the 2nd District of Pangasinan is hereby recognized for his privilege.
My name is Leopoldo N. Batawil. I am proud to be a member of this 15th Congress of the House of Representatives of the Republic of the Philippines, a PMAer and an underclassman of the late Honorable Angelo T. Reyes. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, colleagues, I stand before this body to invite the attention of the House to a controversial matter that has been cascaded through the cyberspace that recently appalled Filipinos worldwide. As it concerns an issue that is closest to my heart, as much as to yours, on the palpable negative impression of the House of Representatives now circulating in the web. This email message has targeted the Batasang Pambansan negatively and brandished our institution with a false label of rat hole. I present to you this email entitled 5 Amazing Holes in the World. Some of these are really terrifying. It says, the sheer scale of these holes reminds you of just how tiny we are. Number 1, the Kimberley Big Hole of South Africa. Apparently the largest ever hand-dug excavation. This 1,097-meter deep mine yielded over 3 tons of diamonds before being closed. Please show. The next is the Glory Hole of Monticello Dam, California. Please show. A glory hole is used when the dam is at full capacity and water needs to be drained from the reservoir. It is the largest spillway of this type in the world. It consumes 14,400 cubic feet of water every second, it says. Next is the Great Blue Hole of Belize. This incredible geographical phenomenon known as a blue hole is situated 60 miles off the mainland of Belize. There are numerous blue holes around the world, but none as stunning as this one. The next is sinkhole in Guatemala. These photos are of a sinkhole that occurred early last year in Guatemala. The hole swallowed 24 homes and killed at least 3 people. The last is what they labeled as the rat hole in Quezon City, Philippines. The House of Representatives building for the Batasang Pambansa in Batasan Hills, Quezon City. It is capable of swallowing billions of pesos annually. The money that falls into this hole is never heard from again. It is reputed to be filled with at least 270 assholes, it says. As a member of the House of Representatives of the Republic of the Philippines, I cringe at the thought of the image this email conjures up. My initial reaction is, of course, consternation. I am, however, aware of the negative image that perhaps some politicians in this country may have built through the years, so I can understand the negative reactions. Under the circumstances, instead of taking this email as an insult and call upon the appropriate committee of the House to conduct an investigation as to the authorship of this email and hit hard on our detractors, any well-meaning and true-to-form congressman must take this as a big challenge to help transform this negative impression through good deeds worthy of public trust. Likewise, I hope that this privileged speech will be instrumental in sending the message to all Filipinos all over the globe to unite in this effort of transformation rather than nurturing outright condemnation. With everyone's help, including our friends in the media, we can highlight the tremendous efforts exerted by our lawmakers, past and present, to provide a better life for the Filipinos rather than magnifying the mistakes. Delving on the perceived misgiving of your Congress is in fact an act of self-inflicted pain, lest some of our people forget that you and your lower house are one. To our beloved countrymen, I call upon you to refrain from feigning a blind eye to what your lawmakers here at the lower house have crafted, as well as to the parochial efforts we have exerted and continue to do so in order to improve the quality of life of Juan de la Cruz. I seize this opportunity, Madam Speaker, and my colleagues, to remind our people that the institution that we gathered here today represent, the House of Representatives of the Philippines and House of the Filipino people, is after all the people's embodiment of their aspirations. I say to our countrymen that the members of the House of Representatives may not be perfect, but I trust that our present crop of lawmakers shall usher in a fresh hope for a better future. My optimism was buoyed by the good news shared with us by our Honorable Speaker of the House during our recent session that is based on the recent social weather stations. The survey, the House got highest approval rating of 33%. This is a much-needed pat at the back, coming from our people who have installed us in our present positions. As a neophyte in Congress, this all-time high satisfaction rating has given me renewed vigor in exploring the vacant possibilities and in leaving no stone unturned in our common quest for a better life for our people. My name is Leopoldo N. Batawil, and I am proud to be a PMA, an underclassman of the late Honorable Angelo T. Reyes, and now a proud member of this honorable august body, the 15th Congress of the House of the Representatives of the Republic of the Philippines, and I won't support the abolition of the PMA as proposed by some of our colleagues. Neither will I support or recommend the abolition of Congress. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of the gentleman from the 2nd District of Pangasinan to the appropriate committee.
Are there any objection? The Chair, hearing none, the motion is approved.